Al, we are here. It is season 7. I said season 8 last week because apparently I just like to add an extra number to things that's what's actually true. I did that with this. I did that when we talked about Squad Festival All Stars.
Whoops.
I'm just apparently I like to add just +1 to everything.
You're doing your best.
I'm trying my best here. This is season 7 of Jared and Al Watch, the season premiere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen Ladium.
Hello.
The person who's going to be the
Expert.
the expert. That's the word I'm looking for this season as we dive through this new series called Inuyasha. You may have heard of it. It just came out, so like it's probably something real new for a lot of people. So yeah, we talked about this last week, but you are well versed in the series. I am not as well versed in the series. I remember watching it when it was on Adult Swim early on, but like I didn't really watch a ton of it. So like even like watching these first couple episodes, I'm just like, I don't remember a thing about this.
I watched a ton of it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hype.
So we're gonna be in this for the long haul.
Yeah, we
for
are.
like the next 3 years long haul.
I love it. I mean, we'll probably have to take breaks in between, but
yes, so for the next 3.5 years long haul.
yay! You know what? We don't have to come up with any more topics for a good while.
For a good while. So yeah, we're watching Inuyasha, the anime that debuted in 2000.
Wow.
Ran until 2004, and then took like a few years off. By a few years, I mean 5 years off, and then came back with the final act.
Mm-hmm.
For
which actually completes the story.
Yeah, for 26 episodes. The manga has obviously been done and complete. It debuted in 1996.
Oof.
Written by Rumiko Takahashi, who also did Ranma 1/2.
Mm-hmm.
The manga lasted all the way up till 2008.
Wow.
56 volumes.
Wow.
Which I think corresponds to like 400 plus chapters or something like that.
Wow.
558 chapters, excuse me.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of chapters, and a lot of chapters to be condensed down into like 180 episodes of an anime.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting to see.
For the record, I've not read the manga.
Well, there you go.
I probably should, but that would take time.
It's a lot of you gotta get through a lot of volumes.
Yeah.
And then of course the spinoff Yasahime is out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just started airing in the fall of 2020. The spinoff sequel series to Inuyasha, which you've been watching.
I've been watching.
Yeah. We will not be watching that.
No.
Because it'll probably be done by the time we're done with this.
Probably, and also like it's not that good so far.
Bum bum bum.
Bum bum.
So yes, this is what we are watching for the next good long while. We are watching the English dub, which is
the only way to watch this.
The original English dub done by Ocean Productions, which they were a prominent dubbing house in the early 2000s. They did stuff like the original like 50-ish episodes of Dragon Ball Z before Funimation took over. They did the Cardcaptor Sakura English dub, which is interesting. They did the Gundam Wing dub, which is good.
Is that the one where like he tears up the
yes.
invitation?
Yes.
Nice.
You watched the Endless Waltz dub, so you have some knowledge of that.
Yes, I do.
They did a lot of like the Gundam stuff around this time as well, like original Mobile Suit Gundam, and then a bunch of other stuff as well. Of course, they did Inuyasha because that's what we were watching.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Fatal Fury movies.
Oh, nice.
As you do.
And
of course, the Guys anime, which I do not think is tied to the video game Guys, God Bless the Ring, which is unfortunate.
It is worth mentioning that they got the entire cast for like the sequel of this for the like from the English dub.
Mm-hmm.
Except for they had to get Kagome's second voice actress from Final Act, and they're gonna have to replace Kirby because he died of a drug situation.
Yeah.
But like that's pretty impressive that like 20 years after, they're like, hey, we can just get all these voice actors back. Like, that's pretty cool.
It's real wild.
Anyway, side tangent.
But yeah, this is the dub we're watching is very much indicative of an early 2000s English dub. Let's just say that right off the bat.
Yeah, it is. It gets better as it goes along, I promise.
Yeah, I'm sure. But like, boy, howdy, those first couple episodes are just like, yep, this is the time period. All right.
Oh man, the villagers have the best voice acting.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, like as the main characters get like more attuned to their characters, like their voices get much better.
Mm-hmm.
So, yikes.
And then of course, as this aired on English TV, US TV, I should say, from August 2002 to October 2006 on Toonami. Mm-hmm. Reruns ran, I think, from 2006 until Toonami was shuttered, and then it came back along with Toonami in 2012 to 2014, and then they apparently lost the broadcast rights to the series.
Oh, that's a bummer. I watched it like all of those times that it was out, like every single one of them. I was like, ooh, Inuyasha.
Apparently in 2017, Starz started offering episodes of the series on their video-on-demand service.
Oh.
And then now it's on a bunch of streaming services as well that you can find. It's on Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, Funimation. 3 of those 4 do not have the full series. Hulu's, I think, the only one that has the full series. But the others have like the first 50-ish episodes.
Minus the opening for the first like few episodes though. Like Change the World is not there, and it's very upsetting.
Yeah, that seems to be a weird licensing thing apparently.
I assume so. I mean, like, does that boy band even exist anymore?
Who knows?
Like, I guess Dream, the one who did My Will, doesn't exist anymore either.
It could just be one of those things for like, you know, the music rights for that song are just up in the air or whatever.
Just who owns that?
Right. So like, who knows exactly what's going on with that? So
man,
or
I was
it could
bummed,
just be a thing
though.
where they just didn't want to license that or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Like I never got to see the openings when I watched it on Adult Swim. So I was like, oh man, I finally get to watch the openings. And then it started. I was like, what is this?
What is this generic music?
Well, like I said, it's a major song that they use in like eventful parts of the series, but it's weird as an opening.
It's not a good opening theme.
It is not a good.
It reminded me of the ending theme to Yona of the Dawn.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could see that.
But again, like that's not good opening theme music.
No, and especially because it doesn't go with the visuals at all. Like Change the World had certain beats that like the visuals matched up with, and this was like, did they just like put something? Which they did. They just put a song over visuals, and it's very weird. It's basically like old dubs where like the old Godzilla dubs.
Right.
Yeah, like the mouths would move and things would not work.
I guess we'll find out in 24-ish episodes when we get the second opening if that's intact or if that's also dubbed over.
And if all the endings are intact.
Well, the first ending has been intact, so
yeah,
we have that going for us.
Is intact, but some of the other ones are like J-pop songs too, so
who knows?
Yeah.
Let's dive into this first episode. This is season 1, episode number 1. It's called "The Girl Who Overcame Time and the Boy Who Was Just Overcome," which is just a long title.
I love that title so much.
These episode title cards are bad.
They're so generic.
So generic.
Oh man.
That font they use, terrible.
It's so bad.
Terrible.
So bad. Like you texted me when we were watching this, you're like, graphic design is my passion. It's like, but every single episode has that title card. Every single one.
So I mean, that's indicative of like this is a show that was on television in the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Because this is what they all looked like.
Yeah.
They looked terrible and they had bad font. Because let's market this as a kids show.
Yeah, which this one should not be marketed as a kids show.
It reminds me of like you probably don't know this, but like the original run of Naruto is still ongoing on US television because of a lot of weird factors that went into it.
What?
Yeah, so like Naruto has never finished running on US television yet. It's still ongoing.
Wow.
One problem was that they were running the original Naruto series and then Toonami got shuttered. So they never got to finish it there. Disney picked up the rights to Shippuden.
What?
And then didn't realize that show is violent as
Oh my god.
And then like 50 episodes in, we're canceling this because this is too mature for our audiences.
Oh my god.
And then once Toonami started back up in like 2012, they started re-airing. They started airing Shippuden from the beginning. So like they've been airing it since 2012, and it's still ongoing. Like
wow.
I think in my watch through that I'm doing, like I am past the point of where it is on U.S. television at this point.
This one's also relatively violent, a lot more violent than you would expect, and also has lots of nudity. So
I think that's probably one of the reasons why they put it on Adult Swim instead of just regular Toonami.
yes.
So they could get away with, making like, oh, here's this TV PG-ish show that we can air at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
I wonder what their TV rating was for it.
This says on the Wikia that it was TV PG.
Oh, wow. Okay. TV PG.
Which that would make sense. Like
yeah.
the show isn't like the show. Like you said, this show's violent, but like it's not violent. Like Naruto is more violent than this.
We
show.
are 2 episodes in, buddy.
I'm just saying, like from the 2 episodes I've seen, this is not like super violent to where like it would need a 14 rating yet. Like maybe there's episodes later on down the line that they need to like change the rating, but like a PG rating for these first few episodes, totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's dive into this episode.
Okay.
This is episode number 1. This is the premiere.
The premiere.
Inuyasha's here. He's like, I'm gonna steal this jewel. Look at me. I'm a jerkhead. I don't know.
A jerkhead.
Yeah. A bunch of villagers attack him. They're like, no, don't take our jewel. And he's like, no, I'm gonna take your jewel. Nah. And then he gets away.
Yeah, he says that he wants the jewel to become a full demon.
And then he gets attacked.
By Kikyo!
He gets shot. Shot through the heart, but he's to blame.
Kikyo gives love a bad name.
Yeah. She shoots him with a cool arrow and then makes him fall asleep.
It's a sacred arrow.
For a long, long time.
He's pinned to the tree, and then also she's dead.
Yeah, then Kikyo's like, hey, by the way, I'm going to die. Burn me and burn the jewel.
And we meet Kaede, her little sister, who has been injured and is missing an eyeball now.
Yes. So all that happens, and then we flash forward, I guess, to 1997 Tokyo. Where we meet Kagome. Her grandpa is telling her about the jewel, and she's like, well, this is stupid.
Yeah. Her grandpa's
Whatever.
a great character, by the way. I love her grandpa.
He gives her a foot, which apparently is a water imp.
Oh,
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
No, super foreshadowing. And also, I told you, like, they use this exact gag in the sequel anime. Except for, they use the exact same facial expression that Kagome has, because it's like a very famous facial expression.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Moroha is like real stoked about it. Kagome's like, But yeah, that gag showed up and it was like, aha, I know that gag.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
But she gives it to her cat.
She does give it to her cat. Her cat's like, cool, I'll eat this.
Yay, thanks for the foot, Mom.
Neato. The next morning, it's her birthday.
Yay, she's 15 now.
And then she's going to go to school, and her brother's like, her brother is
soda.
like, hey, what's going on in the well? The cat's gone missing. We got to find the cat. I think it went in the well. She's like, oh, no, the cat's in the well. I'm going to go get the cat. And the cat's like, hey, what's up? I'm the cat. I'm here. Also, here's some cool lights that are going to happen from the well. And, oh, God, you fell in the well. Bye.
Some arms grabbed her. And she's like, oh, no, I don't want this. And, like, puts her hand up, and her hand does, like, a cool light show and gets the arms off of her. So then she climbs up the well, and she's like, Grandpa, where are you? Oh, no, I'm very far from home. Where am I?
I'm in the forest.
And she's like, I got to follow to the tree. I know the tree. And then she sees Inuyasha, and he is pinned to the tree and also has vines all over him.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
She plays with his dog ears, and she's like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, that's weird." And
Glad that got out of my system.
The villager's like, "Who are you? Are you a demon?"
Do not free the Inuyasha.
And then they take her hostage.
Tie her up.
They take her to Kaede. Mm-hmm. Kaede throws like salt in her face.
Yeah, she throws like purifying salt in her face.
Yeah. Kagome's like, "What are you doing? Oh God, this sucks." And then she takes her to her home and is like, here's some food.
Also, you look like my sister.
Let me tell you about why all these people are weird about you. Let me tell you about the day my sister died.
My sister.
My sister. And then Giant Centipede's like, what's up?
Her name is Mistress Centipede.
I'm going to come get the jewel.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. Look at
I
all my
love that they name
arms.
it the Forest of Inuyasha. Like they just in 50 years decided to rename the forest after the dude is pinned to a tree and
Well, he's there, so it's the forest where Inuyasha is. What if we just name it the Forest of Inuyasha to make it kind of just a little bit shorter? And everyone's like, okay, cool.
Cool.
So it comes in, the big centipede comes and tries to destroy the village because it wants the jewel. And then she's like, oh my god, I need help. And then Inuyasha's like, hello, I'm awake. Why am I tied to this tree? This sucks. I should get out of this tree.
He keeps smelling Kikyo.
He does. And then basically the Kagome brings the centipede over to Inuyasha. And he's like, hey, what's up? You want to help me get out of this tree? You want to come hang out in my junk for a while?
Yeah, she's like right up in his junk. And I'm like, whoa, that's one way to leave an impression. And just constantly yelling like, I'm not Kikyo.
Yeah, he keeps calling her Kikyo. She's like, no, I'm not Kikyo. And he's like, whatever, who cares? Get me out of here.
Yeah, definitely you're not as cute as her.
Got her.
By the way, that's going to be a theme of him calling her Kikyo or saying she's similar to Kikyo and her being like, I'm not Kikyo. That happens a lot.
I am shocked by this.
But yeah, he sniffs and he's like, you're not Kikyo, but also Kikyo is cute. You're not. If also still free me, that'd be cool.
The centipede comes and tries to chomp on Kagome, and Kagome's like, blah! Blasts her away.
Grab your freaking sideburn hair bits. That was fun. Pulls his hair.
Mm-hmm.
He does meow.
Meow, meow.
I think I gotta let him in.
You go do that while I will talk about this.
Okay.
So she blasts the centipede, and they see the jewels inside her, and everyone's like, yo, what the heck, the jewel's inside you? And then the jewel falls out, and then, oh gosh, the centipede gets the jewel. Oh no, this is real bad.
I mean, she did get hit by the centipede, and like it causes an injury that frees the jewel.
Yes. And then she's like, what if I just pull this thing out of Inuyasha? Okay, I'll do this. I want to live. And Inuyasha's like, heck yeah, I'm free. I'm going to destroy this thing now. Whoa, cool.
We get our first Iron Reaver Soul Stealer.
Exactly.
You're going to hear that a lot, by the way. Iron Reaver Soul Stealer.
And then the centipede's dead.
Blech.
It gets blown up. And they're like, you got to get the jewel. So it really dies. And Kagome's like, okay, I'll get this jewel. And now they're like, oh, now you're the protector of this jewel.
Also, why did you free this guy?
Shouldn't have freed this guy. And then Inuyasha's like, hey, you should give me the jewel.
Yep.
Or I'll mess you up. And Kagome's like, I thought he was the hero.
He's not the hero.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bop.
Bop.
And that's the end of the first episode.
Yep.
What a ride.
Fun episode. Also, like, yeah, the voice acting in this is a little rough at points.
Rough.
Especially the villager voices. Like, they are
Yeah.
super, super bad.
They're just kind of phoning that in. They're just like, hey, she looks like Kikyo. Don't you think so? Whoa, I didn't know.
Look at her weird clothing. Why would she wear something like that?
Is she a demon?
Yeah, it's very phoned in.
Let's talk about some trivia.
Let's do trivia.
Or notes, as this is called.
Same thing.
This episode marks the one of the few times where the Shikan jewel is referred to as the Shikan no Tama in the English dub, which is weird. I wonder if it was just like one of those things where like, what do we call this thing? Do we just go with what it's originally called, or do we just make something else up for it? I don't know. Let's just do this first episode and feel it out.
Yeah, it's for the most part, it's going to be referred to the Shikan jewel from this point on.
Yeah. In the English dub, Kagome references the Wizard of Oz by saying, Toto, I don't think we're not in Tokyo anymore.
What?
She was not with anyone named Toto. She's just losing her mind.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens.
She was trying to bless the rains down in Africa.
What a good song.
After seeing Kagome's weird clothing, a villager says, them shape-shifting foxes are a lot trickier than that, referencing Kitsune, the same type of demon Shippo is.
Shippo.
I don't know who that is.
You'll find out who Shippo is.
I bet so. Although this is the first episode, this isn't the first time Inuyasha has killed Mistress Centipede, which we'll find out in like 3 years probably. Yeah, episode 147. We'll find that out in 3 years' time.
Nice.
I'll completely forget about that by then.
Nice.
Although Sango doesn't make her first appearance until episode 24, she appears in the ending credits, which that's just how ending credits are. They show characters who have not shown up yet.
Yeah, but like, doesn't My Will like end pretty soon? Like around that? How long does My Will last?
Probably 12 episodes.
20. So
okay.
she is in the ending credits and she does not show up until after My Will is over.
Nice.
Perfect.
Myoga Sesshomaru. That's not how I would have pronounced that. Sesshomaru and Jaqen.
Yep.
Are listed in the credits. However, they don't appear until episode 5. I'm guessing that's like vocal credits.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the only ending theme song in which Inuyasha, Miroko, Shippo, and Kirara are not pictured.
Miroku.
What did I say?
You said it a little bit off, but anyway, I did tell you about the Kirara thing.
Yeah, that's why I had to think. I was like, wait, is this the one character?
They call Kirara Kilala in the dub, and so we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna go.
We'll
with
just go
here.
with Kirara because that's probably what they're gonna show up in this wiki.
That makes sense.
And this is one of the few times Kagome is not wearing a skirt, and or out of uniform.
Yeah, in her sweater with the bows on it.
Yeah. And we got some differences from the manga.
Ooh.
The opening scene is extended to show Inuyasha fighting with the villagers and stealing the Shikon jewel from inside a shrine instead of him jumping over the burning village. This places the Goshinboku at the side of a well-developed hilly shrine, which is later shown to not be the case.
Okay.
In the anime, Kaede throws purification salt on Kagome before taking a look at her face.
Okay.
In the manga, Kaede explains about Kikyo and her role in the village to Kagome while making their supper. In the same scene, Kagome is still bound hand and foot, demanding for Kaede to untie her so she can eat. This is not present in the anime. And in the manga, it is Kagome, not Kaede, who removes the Shikon jewel from Mistress Centipede.
Interesting changes. So yeah, there's probably no way to actually like gauge the show by one episode, but do you have any initial thoughts besides the voice acting is a little rough at points?
It very much feels like a show from the early 2000s. That's about all I could say. Like, yeah. The animation seems fine.
We had the weird thing about Kyoto Animation showing up.
Yeah, so like I guess like Kyoto Animation was doing like some work on this series as like probably like one of like the secondary studios that would work on shows, which is basically how all the animes are done. It's you have the main production house and they will offshoot stuff to other production houses to help out with doing stuff. This would have been before they started doing like their own stuff. Like they don't do anything until 2003. So this would definitely have predated that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was definitely some folks from Kyoto Animation who worked on this series because they are very prominently credited in the credits of this series.
But yeah, we've started it and we're gonna get some plot moving forward in the next episode. Yay.
Which we'll talk about next time. Season 1, episode number 2, called Seekers of the Sacred Jewel.
Da-ba-ba-bum.
Ba-ba-ba-bum. So we'll talk about that next time. But for now, if you'd like more from us, go to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool is where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Season Anime Checkup and Season Anime Checkup OVA. You also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you want more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup. Buy our books, One Shining Moment, a critical analysis of Love Live, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And did I say you can follow us on Twitter at Anime Checkup? Well, you can if I didn't. So next time, join us as we discuss Season 1, Episode number 2, where we're going to see some crows.
Crows!